Have you ever applied a lipstick you once adored and suddenly felt older? Maybe it was a shade you wore for years. It used to light up your smile, pull an outfit together, make you feel complete, but now, when you catch your reflection, something has shifted. The color feels sharp, the tone looks flat, your skin appears a little cooler, a little duller, and the warmth you expected just isn't there. This is a moment many women experience quietly, and when it happens, it can feel confusing, almost like the color stopped loving you back. But what if the issue isn't you? What if the answer is simply evolution? As we move through life, our features soften, our undertones shift, and what once flattered might now feel a touch too harsh. That's not a flaw, it's a sign of growth. A signal that your beauty is asking for something different, something more in tune with who you are now. Today, I want to show you one lipstick shade, yes, just one that has the power to refresh your entire face in less than 10 seconds. A color that doesn't shout, but speaks. One that brings warmth to your skin, light to your eyes, and softness to your smile. This isn't about trends or tricks. It's about rediscovering harmony between your features and the color that frames them. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, I'll walk you through how to choose the exact version of this shade that matches your skin's undertone. Warm, cool, or neutral, there's a version of this color that was made for you, and once you find it, everything changes. Before we begin, I'd love to know your experience. Have you found a lipstick lately that felt completely off? Or one that surprised you with how flattering it was? Leave a note in the comments. Even a single word helps others feel seen. And if this kind of soft, thoughtful beauty speaks to your season of life, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you'll never miss another video, another quiet moment of inspiration, just like this one. Let's take a gentle pause and explore something many of us feel but don't always name out loud. Why does lipstick that once felt perfect now seem to drain life from your face? There's actually a graceful explanation behind this shift, and it begins with how our skin changes after 50. As we age, the natural pinkness in our skin begins to fade. Blood vessels become less visible. The cheeks, once rich with warmth, take on a more muted tone, and with that, the contrast that used to define our features, lips, eyes, brows, begins to soften too. It's not just that our favorite shade no longer matches, it's that our entire canvas has evolved. You might notice it most with darker lipsticks. That rich berry you once loved might now look a bit heavy. Instead of lifting your features, it feels like it pulls them down. Or maybe you've leaned toward nude tones, hoping for subtlety, only to find they leave you looking washed out or tired. This isn't about looking worse. It's about looking different. The harmony that once existed between skin tone and lip color has shifted. And when we don't adjust, the result can be surprising. What once gave radiance now casts shadows. What once made you feel vibrant now feels a little off. But when you find the right shade again, everything rebalances. Imagine this, 2 photos, side by side, same woman, same lighting, same expression. The only change? Lipstick. On the left, a shade too deep or too pale, and her face feels flat, less alive. On the right, a soft, slightly warm tone that mirrors the natural flush of youth. Suddenly, her skin looks brighter, her eyes seem clearer, she looks more awake, not different, just more herself. That's the subtle but powerful magic of choosing a lipstick that understands where you are now. So often, we blame ourselves. We think, maybe I'm just getting older, maybe nothing suits me anymore, but the truth is much kinder. Your beauty hasn't faded, it has simply changed shape. And now, it's asking for something new, something more in tune. In just a moment, I'll introduce you to a shade that does exactly that. One color that works like soft light on your skin. Stay with me. Now that we understand why certain lipsticks no longer flatter the way they once did, let's turn toward the solution. And it may surprise you just how simple it is. There is one lipstick shade I return to again and again when working with women over 50, a color that seems to breathe new life into the face without ever looking forced. That shade is soft rose, or, if your natural coloring leans a bit deeper, rosy mauve. These two shades carry something quietly magical. They walk the line between brightness and subtlety, warmth and refinement. They are bright enough to lift the face, but never harsh enough to exaggerate texture or fine lines. Imagine the natural flush that appears in your cheeks after a brisk morning walk, or the soft color your lips turn after sipping warm tea on a chilly afternoon. That's the feeling this shade evokes. A kind of soft liveliness, a touch of health, like you've just returned from a peaceful weekend by the sea. It doesn't shout, it suggests. When you apply lipstick in the soft rose or rosy mauve family, something shifts. Suddenly, your skin appears more even, your teeth look a bit whiter, your eyes feel clearer. And more than anything, your whole expression feels lifted. Not younger in the way we often chase youth, but brighter, more present. There is also a gentle psychological effect at play. These shades mimic the natural lip tone we once had when our skin held more color, when our lips needed no help at all. By echoing that memory on the face, it creates what makeup artists call a blush effect. Not only do the lips glow, but the color subtly reflects onto the cheeks. The whole face feels more radiant, as if lit from within. And here's the beautiful part. These shades are remarkably versatile. Whether your undertone leans warm with golden or peachy hues, cool with hints of blue or pink, or rests somewhere in the neutral middle, a well-chosen soft rose will flatter you. It may lean slightly coral or plum, depending on your coloring, but the core feeling remains the same: soft, rosy, alive. This is the lipstick that feels like it belongs to you, not because it transforms you into someone else, but because it brings you back to yourself. If you've ever stood in front of a mirror and felt that your lipstick overpowered your face or left you feeling flat, this might be the moment everything changes. One swipe of soft rose. One shade that doesn't try to reinvent you, just restore you. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly how to choose the right version of this shade for your undertone. That way, when you stand at the makeup counter or browse online, you'll know what to look for with calm clarity. Stay with me, because this next step is where the magic becomes personal. Now that we've discovered the soft rose family as a powerful ally in your beauty journey, let's gently explore how to find the version of it that speaks to you. Because here's the truth. Not every rose is the same, and just like your story, your perfect shade deserves to be personal. Let's begin with those of you who have fair skin and silvery or white hair. Your natural contrast is softer now. A bright or intense lipstick might overwhelm your features. What tends to work beautifully is a rosy nude with a whisper of lavender or cool pink. This hint of coolness harmonizes with your skin and reflects light back into your face. It adds freshness without weight. If your skin is medium in tone and your hair carries warm browns or auburn hues, your complexion likely has a touch of golden warmth. In this case, a soft rosy mauve with a warm undertone works wonders. It creates balance between the natural warmth in your skin and the cooler tones in the lipstick. It doesn't compete, it complements. This version of soft rose feels cozy, natural, and quietly flattering. For those with deeper or olive skin tones and dark hair, you often carry richness and depth in your coloring. To honor that, a dusty rose with a slight berry undertone brings out your natural radiance. It gives just enough pigment to lift the complexion without going too bold. There's something regal about this pairing. It feels grounded, effortless, and luminous. But perhaps the most important part is not just which shade to buy, but how to try it. Here's a little ritual I recommend. Stand in front of a mirror in natural light, near a window if you can, and most importantly, with a bare face. No foundation, no blush. Just your skin, your lips, and the truth of your coloring. Apply the lipstick directly to your lips and pause. Let your eyes adjust. Notice your cheeks. Does the shade wake up your face or wash it out? Does it feel too sharp or too flat? Or does it do something subtle and beautiful, like turning on a soft inner light? That's what you're looking for. Not drama, not transformation, just alignment. It's okay to test a few. This is not a race. It's a quiet rediscovery. And when you find the one that makes your eyes brighter, your skin smoother, and your whole expression feel at ease, you'll know. You don't need 10 new lipsticks. You just need one that sees you clearly. Coming up next, I'll share simple tips on how to apply this lipstick for the most youthful, natural finish possible. Because the right color is only half the story. How you wear it brings the full picture to life. Are you ready? You don't need a dozen brushes or a complicated routine, just a few thoughtful steps that make all the difference. Start with your canvas. Hydrated lips always look more youthful. Before applying anything, take a moment to gently prep your lips. A light layer of lip balm or a hydrating primer smooths the surface and gives your lipstick something to hold on to without settling into lines. Next, try using a soft lip liner. Choose a shade close to your lipstick or your natural lip color. Instead of sharply outlining, think of it as gently guiding your shape. This creates a defined yet soft border that enhances fullness without looking drawn on. When it comes time to apply the lipstick itself, use a light hand. You're not painting, you're whispering color into place. Dab from the center outward, then blend with a fingertip or a brush for a more natural finish. And if you want to add a touch of youthfulness, consider a small drop of gloss in the center of your lips. It catches the light just enough to make your lips look fuller, fresher, and more alive. Lastly, think about the finish. A satin or creamy texture reflects just the right amount of light. It brings softness and movement. Moisturizing formulas not only feel good, but give a sense of vitality that matte formulas often lack. You're not masking anything, you're revealing something, a presence, a feeling, a quiet kind of beauty that has nothing to prove and everything to express. Let's end with something practical. The part that often feels overwhelming when you're standing in the beauty aisle or scrolling online, finding the right lipstick product. The good news is, you don't need to chase trends or collect endless tubes. You just need one shade that feels like it was made for you, and a formula that feels kind to your lips. If your lips tend to be dry or sensitive, lean into moisturizing formulas, hydrating lipsticks that feel like a balm but offer buildable color. These are ideal for mature lips because they smooth without settling. Look for terms like satin finish or creamy texture. These feel luxurious without being heavy. There are also entire lines now thoughtfully created with aging skin in mind. Brands that understand we want elegance, not glitter, that we need moisture, not dryness. And most of all, that we deserve beauty without compromise. When you shop, consider searching with keywords that help you find those gentle, flattering tones. Try phrases like rosy nude, soft rose, or rosewood. Another useful one is MLBB for mature skin, which stands for My Lips But Better, and often points to wearable shades with soft rosy undertones and flattering finishes. Remember, this isn't about marketing, it's about how you feel when you catch your reflection, when you swipe on something that lights up your face in the quietest, most honest way. You don't need a signature red or a flashy new formula. You just need something that meets you where you are now and says, yes, this is me, still soft, still strong, still very much here. Lipstick is not just makeup, it is a quiet kind of light we place on our face, a way to reflect what is still glowing within us. You do not need a dozen trendy shades or the latest formula promising to change your life. Sometimes, just one right color is enough, one that feels like home on your skin, one that brings back that soft warmth to your cheeks and the light to your eyes. If you have never tried a soft rose shade before, maybe today is the day to let it meet you where you are. And if you already have lipstick that makes you feel instantly younger, more awake, more yourself, I would love to know. What is the color? What does it do for you? Feel free to leave a note in the comments. You never know who you might inspire. And if you've enjoyed this moment of calm beauty together, consider subscribing to Golden Elder Days. This is where we explore elegance at our own pace, in our own way, with no pressure to be anyone but the most radiant version of ourselves. Thank you for spending your time here. I'll see you in the next video.